Alright guys, fair warning, this is going to be my filming buddy for the day, so if you hear anything in the background, that's probably going to be her. This is Baby Rain. Say hello, baby. Hello, baby. Say hello. Hey guys, welcome to another review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Empire Strikes Back Retro Collection Luke Skywalker. It's pretty much the same figure, I want to say, as the original mold. It's just slightly altered. I think I heard from the left hand there. It's just better suited for holding accessories. However, the packaging is completely different from the original. I'm not going to say completely, but there are many differences. For example, all of this cardware on it is fake. It's there to look like it's a much older box, obviously. It's actually in new condition, so there shouldn't be wear on it, but obviously that's what they're going for. And then for mine, I know not all of them have the sticker here, so technically you could remove this and it would look more like an original packaging, but others have it completely printed on, so you can't get rid of this. I don't know if that makes this rare or anything. I'm not looking to resell, because I know some people are out there selling it for like $50, $60, like some crazy stuff. It's the same figure that's already been out. I feel like that's just dishonest, especially since they retail. I got mine for $9.98, so not bad at all. As you can see on the back, I'm pretty sure this is way different from the classic line. It does say other figures in the line down here. You got Princess Leia Organa, Han Solo. These are both in their Hoth gear, which is the snow planet, obviously. If you're a Star Wars fan, you're going to know that. There's Boba Fett. I actually got him. I think the only ones I've found were Luke Skywalker and Boba Fett. I don't know if I would get any of the other ones, like Lando Calrissian. I already have a bunch of Landos, a bunch of the Hoth gear figures. So that's kind of an afterthought for me. On the back it says, the Star Wars Retro Collection is inspired by 1980s Star Wars figures and feature original figure design and detailing. Continue your collection from the galaxy far, far away. Otherwise, it's basically the same thing here as the original. So I'm not exactly sure why this had to be made, especially since they're still very easy to get. It's even in package, I'm pretty sure they don't fetch that much, especially with Star Wars' fame kind of teetering as of the new movies that kind of trashed the line, but whatever. I like the packaging. You see it has the Luke on the side there. I think in the original run they canceled this one because they said it was too blurry and have a different picture on some. So this is, I think, based off of the first run of this figure. Alright, now I'm going to very carefully open up this figure because I want to keep this packaging so that I can keep displaying it like this. So there we go. Alright, very careful. Good job. Okay, so here we have the figure. Comes in this little cart here. I'm pretty sure the originals, I'd have to go back and look, but I don't think they had this casing that held them in place. I'm pretty sure they kind of knocked around in there a little bit more. I'm not exactly sure though, because I didn't really grow up in that time, and I more of just see these guys randomly at conventions. Alright, packaging aside, let's take a look at the figure. Ooh, he's got a bit of an oily feel to him. Ooh. Already the articulation is very stiff. Yeah, it feels pretty solid though. No complaints here. Let's see the face, if I can get some focus in on this tiny little fella. Well, sometimes the camera just don't like focus. As you know, Star Wars figures are well known for their face detail and sculpt because obviously they look exactly like their actors, so just take my word for it. You don't actually have to see it, I guess. Alright, let me try and trick the camera here. Over here, buddy. Come on. Come here. Forgive me, I still have the same camera as when I started out. I have not upgraded as of yet, so I'm still a few miles behind on all this YouTube stuff. Well, I will say he's a decent figure considering it's exactly what you would have gotten back in I want to say, what was it, 1980 is when Empire came out, so imagine that's around the time that this figure came out. So first off, we're going to take a look at the articulation, and then we'll go over the accessories. For the articulation, obviously, it's going to be 5 points, but let's see how well it moves. My head's pretty stiff, but it works. And no, that's what she said jokes, by the way. Okay, so head goes full 360, arms full 360, and then legs kick forward in a perfect 90-degree angle there, I'm going to say, for all those sitting down positions. And then when it comes to the paint on this figure, there's not much to go over. It's basically brown boots, black detailing there. Looks like I've got a smudge on mine already. It's a fingerprint. They got a friggin' fingerprint on my fella here. They did him dirty. Yeah, and then for the face paint, mine came out very clean. This isn't exactly how my original one looked. Let me see if I can grab that real quick. This is the Luke that I grew up with here. If we can do a comparison, this is the old one, this is the new one. See if you guys can tell much of the difference. It looks pretty much the same. I will say that hand is sculpted differently. It looks like this could hold stuff better. For the most part, everything else looks the same. Skin tones are slightly different. Probably if you found this one in the wild, you would think it's an original. What I'll say the biggest catch on, easiest thing to notice is for the belt, it's painted black on the original, but this loop here stays the same, whereas where this is a paint mark actually for that tan in the middle. Kind of weird. And then pretty much the same. The face sculpts all kind of varied on these figures. I will say these two don't look exactly alike. But back in the older days there, I guess they didn't have too good of quality control. Okay, let's go over did the articulation. Let's check out the little accessories here. We got his little blaster, which I don't think you could easily mistake this as an original. It has a very new look to it. That's my baby in the background. It's got the regular sculpt on. I think it's exactly the same sculpt as the original. I don't have any of the original accessories because obviously I don't think anyone I've known has their original toy accessories for Star Wars. Shit gets lost so fast. So there's his blaster. It's held in his hand fairly well. It's a very loose fit, in this hand at least. Then we're going to go lightsaber in the other hand. Lightsaber is, of course, yellow because in Empire Strikes Back, that's when he switched to the yellow lightsaber, right? No, for some reason, with the Star Wars figures from those days, they went yellow. I'm guessing it had something to do with a factory issue. Maybe they saw some behind-the-scenes photos that just didn't match. And the lightsaber fits in his hand semi-decently. Probably way better, let me see, than the originals. It's in there. It kind of holds at an angle versus the new guy here. Holds it a little bit more straight. Let's see, how's that fit in the other hand? It's a little loose in the other hand, so this is the bigger hand, I'm guessing, made for the blaster. This is the smaller hand made for the sword. There's those two together. I don't know, overall I'm going to say this is a decent reproduction. It looks enough like the original to give you that feeling, and it still has like a little bit of upgrades, like the paint's very clean, the sculpt's very clean. You can easily tell it's not an original, but it still holds up some of the, I want to say some of the quality of the original. So it's one of those, if you were getting it for your kid, I would definitely recommend it. If you're getting it to display on a shelf or like in package, hang on the wall, probably worth that. As an actual adult collectible, it works. Can't not recommend it because if you're looking for a reproduction, it's probably the best reproduction Luke you're gonna get. But I know a lot of people have issues with reproductions, especially nowadays with I don't know what's called, Smith Lord customs and stuff. Personally, I think if you can get something cheaper that's pretty much the same, why not? Oh well, anyway guys, tell me what you think of the video. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.